Hello there, folks. HS2. My God, what a farce. The Conservatives clearly intend to scrap the Manchester leg, but they don't have the backbone to officially confirm it because some silly bollocks decided to book Manchester for their party conference and to announce the scrapping of the expansion to Manchester of perhaps one of the largest rail projects we have ever seen, whilst all gathered in Manchester, would be deeply embarrassing for them. Instead, we have minister after minister making pointless speeches to empty rooms, completely dodging the issue. What a spineless bunch of weasels. On your screen here is the map of high-speed rail routes in Europe. As you can see, the United Kingdom has fallen so far behind France, Spain, Italy and Germany, it is beyond a joke. Since we have left the European Union, our European neighbours have, in the eyes of Farage types anyway, become our European competitors. So you would think they would want our country to have nice things, comparable to our European competitors. But no. They are only interested in lining their own pockets, and if scrapping public spending on major projects like HS2 leads to lower taxes, of course, that is the most desirable outcome for them. There's even talk of scrapping the section of HS2 from Old Oak Common to London Euston. You could not make it up. The whole point of a London terminus station, such as Euston, King's Cross, Waterloo, Paddington, Victoria, etc., is so visitors to the capital have easy access to other transport links, specifically London Underground, so they can easily and efficiently continue their journeys. So this is the image of the proposed station in London. This is Old Oak Common, planned station. It will join up with the Great Western Main Line and the Elizabeth Line. But, crucially, it's not designed to be a terminus. It will need to be built so much larger if the plan is now to stop all high-speed 2 trains here. Because there simply isn't the space or the capacity right now. Whereas at London Euston, there will be. So, when we talk about spiralling costs, it's nonsense decisions like this. I can only imagine what investors are thinking. I can only imagine what businesses are thinking. This government do not have a clue what they are doing. Not a single clue. So, I talked about a lack of backbone from the Conservatives. Here is Lee Anderson, the deputy chairman of the Conservative Party, discussing HS2 on GB News at the Conservative Party conference. This is obscene, by the way, because he is paid more by GB News than he is to be a member of Parliament. So it's difficult to know here if he's giving his opinion as Lee Anderson the MP or Lee Anderson the employee of GB News. But aside from that, just listen to his couldn't give a flying fudge attitude. He's basically waiting for Sunak and co to officially make their decision, and he will then take a view on the matter. Is this really what we pay him for? Is this really what his constituents expect of him? How completely pathetic. Let's take a look.
Well, there we go. Lee, if it does emerge, as is, becoming increasingly expected, that they will announce that they've scrapped that leg. How would you feel about that?
Well, let's be honest, Patrick, no decision made yet, so it's a bit of speculation at the moment from Chopper, but, people want a decision. That's the most important thing. They want a yay or a nay on this, because when I'm out and about in my constituency, and you're talking to people here, members and activists, whatever, it doesn't really come up that much, to be honest. Yes, HS2, it produces jobs and employment and training and opportunities.
It comes up here, though, Lee, doesn't it?
Because you're in a bubble. You're in a bubble. You're in a bubble in this place, Patrick, but actually on the doorstep.
Manchester, Lee, I don't just mean Conservative Conference, in Manchester, in the places where this thing was supposed to go.
You have to realise, Patrick, the whole country's got to pay for this. Every single taxpayer in the UK has got to pay for this project, and it's spiralling out of control. Now, I'm easy with it. If it goes ahead, I'll support it. If they scrap it, I'll support that either way. But we need a decision, and we need it very, very soon. Because, like I say, the costs each week are out of control.
So you really do have no strong feelings either way as to whether or not HS2 is scrapped. You know, it's supposed to be levelling up.
When it was proposed to come to Ashfield, I opposed it, and I opposed it with Boris Johnson at the time. He scrapped it, and it's no longer coming to Ashfield. I'm delighted, and so are my constituents. It's as simple as that.
Chopper, I can see your screeny face up there a bit.
I wonder why it's delighted, Lee. I mean, this is a project which has spent £100 billion upwards on. It would cost more. You can't see a bigger white elephant that almost is a complete, an insult to your government's legacy on levelling up by not linking Manchester to Birmingham, and tunnelling under the south to save the views of people in the south.
You go out in the streets of Ashfield and Nottinghamshire and the Midlands and ask them about levelling up, and they'll say sort our roads out, sort our schools out, sort our hospitals out. They won't say build another railway called HS2. That'll be the bottom of their agenda.
Once again, the irony is completely lost on 30p Lee. He is the deputy chairman of the party that has seen a chronic lack of investment in schools, hospitals and roads. The public shouldn't need to be worrying about such basic things. 13 years of government and Anderson is content with people wanting to sacrifice the future to repair the miserable failings of his disgraceful political party. Meanwhile, he has no opinion himself on HS2, despite the Conservative Party philosophy, for goodness knows how long, being levelling up. We knew they didn't mean it, and this just proves it. The people of the North should never again be conned by this spineless bunch of charlatans, as so ably demonstrated by 30p Lee in that clip. Absolutely useless. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers.